Hello everyone, thank you for joining me on the Empowering Oracles. Good evening or good morning wherever you are in the world. Thank you. I do want to do a reading on the fabulous Aquarius for the week of the 25th until the full moon on the 31st. So what do we have for the unique and independent Aquarius? So for anyone who is an Aquarius out there and anyone who is cross-watching, so if your sun, moon or rising is in Aquarius, you're more than welcome to watch this. So definitely some of you are definitely moving. I do see movement for you. Oh wow, okay, and completion. Some of you are coming around full circle and taking the world by storm. Some of you are not going to be, what did you say? Unbothered by any obstacle that's going to be in your way. You're just going to make a decision and just go with it. You're not going to worry about whether it's right, wrong, or who cares, what other people's opinions. You're just going to steer your own life in the direction you need to complete your own kind of path that you need. Some of you might also are juggling your finances as well, to do that, to maybe fund the thing that you're needing to go ahead with. But whatever it is, you are definitely moving forward, that's for sure, and you're going in the direction that your heart and your desire is calling for. Some of you will probably get a very nice offering from a person that might, like some of you might be asked on a date through either online or through message. So you're waiting on something, like some of you are waiting on a message from someone and you're going to get it. Okay. But I also find that some of you are, even though some of you are waiting on a message and trying to you're still deciding on how to go about whether you're going to let this person in or not, and you are going to be a type of person who's like quite ruthless with what you allow in. So if they don't really match what you want, you're just going to say, sorry, I'm not going to settle. I'm not going to settle for just anyone. Some of you are very good communicators though. You definitely will know exactly what you want. Caregiver. We are with you, and Spirit has its own way of recognizing the care and love you provide to others, especially at the end of their lives, just as you received care and love at the start of your life. Caregivers often force all their attention on their loved ones and often neglect their own concerns and well-being in the process. So I do see some of you might be maybe moving back home, or you're leaving home. Either that, but something to do with a parent. I'm feeling someone is, might need to also be in touch with their caregivers or their guardians or people who have looked after them. I think it's really important to touch base with the people that have once really looked after you, and that's, yeah, they've played a big role in your life. So do you see that? And if you are moving out, I think someone will be definitely helping you move. And they might even help you kind of like pay for some of the finances, but you will have to work those things out on your own. If you are moving out, then you need to find a way to work and live on your own. But I think you're definitely capable, more than capable. The Queen of Swords, and that she knows exactly what she wants and what she's looking for. And remember, I'm only reading energy, I don't read genders. So she looks like she's really contemplating the future there. So I do see that. So there's value. There you go. Focus on your values. And I do see some of you have a lot of you know, strong ethics, strong values, family values, things that, you know, that you can take with you out into the world, and that you will leave, you know, rooted in you, so that when you go through the tough times of your life, you could always fall back on those values that you hold dear to. Okay, so that's really important. I love when those cards fly out. 23. Wow. Endless cycles. There's some truth you're resistant to accept over and over again, until you're tired and restrained beyond depression. It takes a decision to live life for yourself. Life is about passion. Then you make a change, and the world around you follow. There you go. Charisma, communication, society, movement, journey, repetitive circumstances and patterns. There you go. Endless cycles. And I do see you're coming. The world is about cycles and repeats and patterns, and that's definitely what that is about. But I do feel that, you know, some of you are following that passion and moving forward with your life and making the change that you need to make. But some of you do need to be aware of any certain patterns that are holding you back. Make changes to it, and, you know, and change the outlook of your life, and see this. Then you make the change, and the world the world around you follows. That's what it is. You set the stage. You decide where you go in your life. You are in control. So let's take, have I done this one? Let me do endless cycles. I think some of you have very good communication skills, and that's what I've said before. Amazing skills, and I think your charisma was going to get by. Some of you might be also getting an offer from a person who has a lot of charisma as well. Okay, follow the leader. Influence, inspire, and collective healing. There you go. Some of you are a leader. I think you're going to lead by example, and you're going to showcase what you're capable of. Don't be afraid. Take that leap, and you know, you're going to do well. There's completion. There's thing. Yeah, there might be a little bit of, like, you know, you might not, you know, be exactly where you are financially, but you don't need to worry, because that will all sort itself out. It will. You know, Aquarius, you are like fabulous. Like you set the tone. you know, Aquarius has their own flamboyant kind of personality about them. They don't follow, I don't think they follow other people. They make their own path. You know what I mean? They influence. They're like the influencer more than the follower. Calm, turtle. The turtle wisdom teaches us about walking our path in peace and sticking to it with determination and sincerity. You may be discouraged to take a break or your busy life and look around or within you for more grounded, long-lasting solution. There you go. So stick to what you need to do in your life. You know, the tortoise, the turtle, tortoise and the hare, remember, you're not going to get there in 2 days or even in a month, even in a year sometimes, but you just got to stay the course. Keep moving forward one step at a time, and just to remain calm. When everything sometimes fall apart, you need to remain calm. And that's what's going to get you the success that you're requiring. Okay, so please take whatever resonates, Aquarius, and I hope to see you in my next reading. Thank you. Bye.